telling me about my midfield balance? You've got in the advanced central midfield.
You are the best at arguing because you know my whole point is you don't have a CDM, and your point is I'm not playing him CDM. That's my point. You don't have one. Continue
You're telling me about my
Drew.
You're telling me about my midfield balance.
Some shouts of racismo, but
so that's what you want in your team. No problem, guys. Stokes, do you want any racism in your team?
Well,
like that.
I was just thinking, I'm about to pick a guy in it.
That defense.
Let's have some respect, guys. Come on. Come on. No need for this. Come on. I feel like we just kind of skipped over the fact that you said you'd rather have Scott Parker as a DM than I don't think we can let that one slide. Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to another episode of the Total 90 podcast. This week was the weekend of massive derbies, from the North London derby to Real versus Atleti. So we are back to run a worldwide derby draft. And joining me first up, it's rare you see him after a terrible result for Arsenal, but the weather outside is stinking. He's back on his Twitch grind. Drew, how you feeling today, sir?
I'm here. That's all I really have to say today. I'm here.
That's the most important part. Next up, after a very slow start to his last draft, he's been on EAFC, spamming drafts, making sure he's practicing his skills so that he can display his extensive ball knowledge this time. Stokes, you ready today, pal?
Yeah, no, I'm ready. Didn't think this was the kind of draft I'll be doing, but I'm here, you know.
It is what it is. Yeah, to be fair, it was going to be the old people's draft, but then Drew kind of panicked and said, "Oh, do you know what? I don't know if I can run that one, but you know." We'll save that one.
That would definitely be in Stokes' favour, boy.
And lastly, if you open up your TikTok and see this brother's face 20 times a day, don't complain, don't ask questions. Business is business. Mav, it's nice of you to still join us here today. How are you feeling today, sir?
I'll tell you what, if it keeps going this way, don't ever chat to me again, because I'm going to be on an island somewhere in the Maldives. I'll tell you that for free.
As long as we get you a camera there and data and that, it should be all good. But yeah, you guys all know the rules by now, but as always, just in case it's your first time watching and you haven't subscribed, I'll explain it very quickly. There's no spinning wheel for today's one. Very simple. We go round and round, picking one player each that has played for at least two clubs in the same derby. So, for example, they for both Arsenal and Spurs, both Madrid and Atleti, whatever it is in the same city, we're counting that. We're not counting El Clasico as a local rivalry, of course. That's just a massive rivalry, whatever. Once all 11 have been picked, of course, we'll argue about why our teams are the best and whatever, but it doesn't matter what we think, because I'm going to send the anonymous teams to you guys to vote for them on Twitter and whatever, and then we'll see at the end of the video how everyone scored. Drew came second last time. He's looking to get that first crown on his head, a bit like...
I know what you're doing. Just...
What am I doing? You let me know what I'm doing.
No. Let's play. I'm ready.
The order has been decided prior already. It was going to be myself, Mav, Stokes, followed by Drew. So without further ado, I'll start.
If you don't pick someone specific for your first go, by the way,
I'm lost. I thought I was second.
Yeah, you're lost. No, I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you, Emenya, by the way, if you don't pick a certain man first. But
I mean, when you get first pick, you kind of have to, right? You kind of got to go to Italy. You go and pick one man up front, no?
Nah, that's not who I was thinking for you, but that's fine.
Oh, well, I'm thinking him. I'm thinking Ronaldo Nazario. That is going to be my selection.
How does he?
In both Milan clubs.
Did he play enough for AC?
Fair enough.
What do you mean, did he play enough? Excuse me? Since when was that part of the thing?
Did he feature in the derby? I'm not even convinced he featured in the derby. It's possible.
I'd like to think he did. And either way, he's definitely played for both. And I am taking the Inter version.
Yeah,
Let me also get
I don't know why I bugged on that at all. I really don't know. My brain and someone else for Emenya. I thought he was going to pick his boy, but he didn't.
Maybe I will later on if he doesn't go. I don't know who my boy is, though, to be fair.
I think it's going to be difficult to get a good defense here. I'm a sure up one of the best defenders of all time. I'm going to go with Ashley Cole at left back.
Jarring guy. What team is it?
I am going to take... I personally think his Arsenal version was better. I'm not just saying that. So I'm going to go his Arsenal version.
Good. Fair enough. Stokes.
Yeah. I'll stay in the Italy region. Same clubs. Zlatan, of course, the giant. Yeah, I'll take the Milan version. Yeah.
Good to know. Fair enough. Drew, chat to me, fella.
Wait, which Milan version? Because he had a few spells. I just want to clarify.
The one just now, innit?
No.
Yeah,
Early Zlatan.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Sol Campbell
Shite.
as my centre back.
Yeah.
Defenders are gonna be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And
A second pick for us as well. So we'll go from you and then back round up to me again.
I'm gonna go for Sol Campbell and I'm gonna go for Fabregas.
Oh, that's your boy. That's Emmanuel is who I thought you were gonna go straight away.
No, I would have, but I wanted to get a bit of firepower in there to begin with, innit?
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Damn. It's a lot of good players going already, I can't lie. Stokes, back to you.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, you got me thinking about what positions might be lacking. I'm going to go with Peter Schmeichel.
Okay.
A lot of people hated him when he went to City eventually, but yeah.
That's true.
I'll take the United version because that was the great one. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine by me. As long as they're in the same city or whatever, counts.
It's me, right? I'm gonna go down the same route. Actually, I'm gonna shore up a goalkeeper. I think it's gonna be tough to get some world class ones. So I am going to take Mr. Thibaut Courtois in goal.
Yeah.
Obviously Real Madrid and Atletico. I'm going to take his Real Madrid version, the one that won them the Champions League. Just
fair enough. Then it goes to me with 2 selections. I got to go a similar path.
This is a myth.
I wanted to get to a part where we start picking stinker players by like 6 or so. But if we are gonna try and be ratty about it, I'll kick us off. I'm gonna go to Spurs right back, who's also played in QPR in London. I'm gonna Kyle Walker right back. Otherwise, you men are gonna take all the fullbacks, and I'm gonna have nothing left. So I'll go Kyle Walker, and then since you men are taking the goalkeepers as well, I will collect. And this is definitely his Chelsea version because at Arsenal, no thank you. I'm taking Chelsea Petr Cech in goal. 15 goal season, by the way, guys. What a stunning achievement. Wow.
I just want people at home to note that QPR and Tottenham apparently count as a local rivalry, but
is it not?
But Barcelona and Madrid do not. That's
not a local rivalry though.
It's more of a rivalry than QPR Spurs is.
No, it's not a rivalry, but it's not a London derby. It's not.
It's local, but it's not a rivalry. So we're playing with both parts of this word very loose and fast here. That's all I'm saying. It's local. It's not a rival.
There's a lot of.
Yeah. Definitely.
Let's respect QPR, man. Let's respect QPR.
Definitely. So, out of interest, who do Barca's rivals count as on here? Because apparently we just can't pick a Barcelona player. They don't have a rival.
Rivals is Espanyol, no?
No, it ain't.
I mean, like, we're talking like, as in, like.
No, I know what we're talking. I know. I'm just letting the fans know how crazy this is. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with a personal favorite. Actually, I'm gonna go with Carlos Tevez. For one of my picks, and I'm gonna go with 08 Manchester Carlos Tevez. Well, Manchester Carlos Tevez.
Yeah, fair enough. Can't blame me there. Stokes, what's on your mind, fella?
Well, I heard your picks and I thought to myself, that's an interesting one. But then it got me thinking.
It did, yeah.
London rivalry, derby, whatever you want to call it. West Ham and Arsenal, stretch it a little bit, but I'll take a Declan Rice.
No, I hear it. I hear it. I do hear it. Fair enough.
And to say, I think is it one per club? Yeah.
No. Do whatever.
No,
right. I'll just take the current Arsenal version. And sweet.
Yeah.
So who was that?
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice.
See, there's players.
Okay.
Can I interest you in one of your top 10 centre backs who's played for Arsenal and Crystal Palace?
No, you can't, mate. I think I do want to beef up my midfield. Clarence Seedorf, one of my picks. And I'm going to stick with that theme there, and I'm going to go for Andrea Pirlo.
Fairs.
Two solid picks for me.
Can I ask which versions? Just to clarify that?
Of course, both of them can be AC Milan.
Both of the picks have been done. So Stokes, over to you, sir.
Again, got me thinking, staying in London here. Gonna take West Ham and Chelsea Frank Lampard for my midfielder.
Yeah, fairs. West Ham version, yeah?
Chelsea version.
This is why I'm thinking we should have implemented like a little 2 per team rule. That way it makes it it makes it techie for guys to start picking players. But yeah, no dramas.
I'm gonna do what everyone else is doing and stick in London. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna go with a young up and coming centre back. West Ham and QPR. I'm gonna go with Rio Ferdinand.
Oh, so which version is that gonna be?
It's Man United one.
Nope.
It's the Man United one.
No. It's out of West Ham or QPR. You're picking between the two teams.
Yeah, I know. And I think, I'm for the culture, QPR, who cares? I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Whoo-wee. Fair enough. All right, then. Back to myself. I have not yet taken any midfielders, so I guess I'm going to kick us off. You lot were going to Milan, and now I said, all right, you know what? Let me join you there. I'm going for an Arsenal legend. Captain Fantastic, number 4 on his back, Patrick Vieira, for both Milan clubs.
I did not know he played for AC Milan.
That was before.
Oh, that's such a technicality. In 1995, and he played 2 games. Oh, that's so dead.
He played for Milan.
No, I know. I'm not saying you're not allowed him. I'm just saying that is so dead. I was 3 years old. That's why I didn't know he played there.
Okay. So I've taken Vieira. I do need some centre-backs at some point as well. You know what? Just because I'm struggling to think of guys that can play left-back as well that I actually want. I'm going to take someone that can play left centre-back. And then if I can't think of a left-back, I'll move him there. It is Chelsea and Arsenal's, and Tottenham's, to be fair. This guy's a rat. William Gallas. Chelsea version. That's a player right there. With his shining head, that's a player. So there's my other pick. Mav, back over to you, sir.
I mean, you've genuinely disqualified so many players by not allowing Barca Madrid. You basically disqualified a league. There's no La Liga players you can really pick.
Your goalkeeper's La Liga.
Yeah, him. He's like the only one.
No,
that's done both.
There's a cold striker that just scored this weekend.
Yeah.
Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Bullet headers as well. Yeah. No, but there's players, bro. I'm gonna Google how far apart the new camp is from the Bernabeu. Let's see. Google Maps. I'm going on directions.
It's like not allowing the Rangers Celtic one because they're not technically like next door to each other in the same city.
No, it's Glasgow, man. That counts. Nah, you man allow it, man. It's a 6-day walk, bro. It's 7-hour drive. 7-hour drive. Like, I'm not counting. I'm not counting Barca and Madrid, man. We mustn't forget there's some Newcastle versus Sunderland, Liverpool, Everton. You know what I mean? There's some derbies.
Is there? Like there is, but what I'm saying is there anyone we care about? That's my point.
It depends how we define levels.
I can't lie to you, man. I'm struggling. I said I'm picking a team for culture, and I absolutely am going to pick a team for culture. Drew annoyed me for a very long period of time, singing "I'm just a baby boy and I'm living my life." So for that reason,
just enjoying my life.
FM. I am going to take Emmanuel Adebayor to partner Carlos Tevez.
That's a cold player there. Yeah, nobody can have any complaints about that one. No problems at all.
That was my one. Question.
Sorry, mate.
Is United Liverpool local on this? Or?
Apparently,
they're really close. In fairness.
I don't know.
What's the day walk on that one? It's got to be a day.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
What's the day walk on that one? What is the day walk?
Can't be far. It can't. It's got to be like 30 minutes. Like in the
12 hour. Okay. To be fair, it's 57 minutes by driving. Do we allow anything under 1 hour by driving? Does that?
Up to you, man.
You'll be happy to allow that?
I'm not bothered, man.
I mean, I can't lie. Yeah, at this point, I don't know if I'm that arsed.
All right. Well, in that case, Ballon d'Or winner Mr. Michael Owen is one of the.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, especially when he's stretching it for him. So
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, changing the rules for Michael Owen is fascinating, but you know.
Unbelievable footballer.
Like, I agree. But
Liverpool Owen.
No problem. Drew, you got 2 picks.
Oh my God, it's back to me already.
Yeah, you got 2 picks.
Where's my team? I'm gonna try and do something interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and play to players' strengths, players that I actually, watched with my eyes.
Okay, I'm interested.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a striker by the name of Jermaine Defoe.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
West Ham, Tottenham, of course. Tottenham version, please.
No problem.
And on the left wing, I'm going to play a player that typically played up top, but of course, forward could play all across the front three. And I'm going to go for Nicholas Anelka.
Oh.
And I'm going to go for his Chelsea version.
Ooh.
Waiting on Anelka, bro. I can't even lie to you. I was waiting for that.
The thing is, I mainly know this guy from a game I spent hours playing when I was in IT at school. But yeah, Roberto Baggio is my selection.
Fair enough.
For those who know that free kick game, unbelievable.
No dramas.
I know he was good, so I'll take Milan version, the earlier version. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Mav.
You got me thinking of how far the drive is now.
If you can get there in under an hour.
In under an hour? Okay.
What means of transport are we taking?
Yeah, no planes, no private jets. Just you're driving a regular vehicle.
Oh yeah, that is close enough. Amsterdam and Rotterdam is defo close enough.
Yeah, no, it is, to be fair. It's
okay.
Like, the train's like half an hour.
Okay, in my cam position, I am going with Johan Cruyff.
Look at this nitty.
Johan Cruyff. Ajax and Feyenoord.
All right, then. You've taken a striker that I wanted in Anelka, and Tevez went as well, and Ibra's gone.
I'm screwed from here, though.
And Adebayor's gone as well. We are going to have to go... If we're being as ratty as including Cruyff, fair enough.
I mean, we got here.
Yeah, no. No, I respect it. I'm going to use the Barcelona route with Espanyol. I'm going to go up next to R9, Samuel Eto'o, the Barcelona version. If we're going this far, I'm going Samuel Eto'o. He played for Espanyol. He played for Barca. I'm going to claim that one comfortably. But my other selection, I am in need of a lot of midfielders here. Midfielders. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take, to help out Vieira, is someone that he's a good mates with, and they won the World Cup together. I'm going to go Emmanuel Petit. Play for Arsenal, play for Chelsea. Nice and easy one.
The Bayern Dortmund one, you're not counting, I assume.
No, that's not close. It would be Dortmund and Schalke.
Who's Bayern's? Oh, 1860. Wait.
I don't know who Bayern's local rivals are, to be honest.
I've never needed to know locations of other places like this because I've just gone on football rivalries like a normal person.
Hey, the Riviera Derby is Dortmund and Schalke. That's a cold rivalry there. If you watched it last year, you would have known that. Sadly, still too busy playing FIFA 23.
Bayern and Borussia Dortmund are playing each other troublesome local rivals in the Bundesliga this weekend. Everywhere seems to say they're their local rivals, but...
Yeah, except Google, which says it's a 127-hour walk from Munich to Dortmund.
Hey!
It's a 7-hour drive, you man. That's not a that can't count, man. That can't count. If you want Bayern and Dortmund, like, you can have it, but let the record show that it's against the spirit of the game. Because this weekend was the local rivalries.
Spirit of the game.
Yeah, it was local rivalries this weekend. It was Madrid derby and North London derby. If you want to make it teams that are good, you go for it, mate.
That's not what I'm making it. I'm making it teams that are rivals. You man have an advantage here because I don't know your Arsenal team in that much depth or Chelsea teams in that much depth because I don't support them.
Aston Villa, Birmingham.
There's been like no players that have switched between them.
There's an elite striker. What do you mean no players? It's an all-timer striker.
All-timer?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
All-timer.
Oh. England 5, Germany 1. He was doing that. That's not a cold striker.
Come on, man.
So Owen is fine, but when we do this, then that's being laughed at.
Hold on. What's wrong with Owen again?
No, I didn't say anything's wrong with him, but there's nothing wrong with Heskey either. That was a link up there.
We're not comparing Emil Heskey to Michael Owen. That's what we're definitely not going to do.
Heskey was a bad boy striker, bro. Back in the day, man. Back in the day, it was cold. It It was cold.
I guess I'm gonna have to take Rob Holding because I'm actually out of
I'll
players.
offer you Rob Holding or offer you Willian. One of those two you can collect.
Oh my god!
If that's what we're going for, can I take Harry Kane for being an Arsenal supporter and playing for Arsenal's youth academy?
If you want it, go for it.
I actually this is how insane this is, because he technically does fit the criteria. Do you know who I'm having? I don't care. I'm having Emre Can. See you later. Let's move on.
Goodness me, fascinating. What's this based on again?
Dortmund Bayern. Thank you.
Wow.
Gone full circle.
Note this one down, guys. A 7-hour drive. It's local rivalry. So he argued for 20 minutes of this video for a 7-hour drive for Emery Chan. Yes, Stokes. What you got in mind, pal? You've been thinking since that.
I've just been listening. What's the drive like between
This is what I mean. This is where we're at. This is where we are at.
But it's more fun than just picking like, oh, here's 11 Beast players. Yeah, off we go. Yeah, I think that.
What's the Southampton to London drive like these days?
Oh, no. Next. Yes, Stokes Power. Welcome back.
Yes.
On the 16th of March.
Unfortunately, Rob Holding, the Arsenal version, will join the club.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's just admitting defeat at that point.
Rob Holding versus R9 and Eto. That's crazy.
Listen, I'm looking forward to your pick, man. Let's hear it.
Oh, on to me, yeah?
Yeah, you got 2 picks.
Well, I'm going to go for David Luiz, Chelsea version.
Yes.
Champions Leagues under his belt, Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
And I am going for David Seaman. Played for QPR before he played for Arsenal.
I didn't even know that, to be fair.
And yeah.
No, nobody knew that.
Yeah. I think Google knew
Seaman.
it. But
yeah, I think Google knew it.
I think Google knew that one.
Google also knew the distance between London and Manchester. But, it's fine.
All right, if we're taking it super right, no problem. I got something in mind for you, but no dramas. It's cool. Stokes, back to you, pal.
I was just on what's it called? I was just on Google checking the Monaco to PSG distance in case there was an Mbappe, but unfortunately it's too far down.
Already checked there, mate.
Down the French coast.
The Eurostar back home.
So I think I'm just gonna have to stack the team in a really weird way. So we're gonna go with Ian Wright. Obviously, fantastic footballer.
Yeah, Palace.
Team's got 4 attackers, but we'll play it anyway. Yeah, Ian Wright.
I am using Google to look at local derbies. I'm looking in France because I'm trying to see who the hell qualifies in France as a local rival, and none of these men have rivalries.
The most beef, they don't really have big rivalries other than maybe like PSG, Marseille, but I don't know about their distance. I don't think they're close. No, that is like the main. They don't really have rivalries there. I can't lie. They just everyone just beats everyone in that country.
Where's Alfie? Because this Don tries to tell me this league's unbelievable. They don't even have rivalries. I need a right back, and I can only think of one. And he absolutely sucks.
Who's that?
His name is Javier Manquillo.
Cold.
And he sucks.
Since we are taken into the territory of going as extensively ratty as possible, I will be taking you guys on a trip over to Sao Paulo. Here we have...
Oh, here we go.
Here we have Palmeiras and Corinthians. As you guys know, I'm a Palmeiras super fan. Got the shirt.
Wait, is that local? Or is that another nationwide one? Because Brazil's massive. I just want to say.
They're both in Sao Paulo.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry.
Both in Sao Paulo. I'm a Palmeiras ultra these days. Yeah. And so because of that, I'll be taking a left back. Yeah. Goes by the name of Roberto Carlos. Thank you very much.
Wow.
This one needs to wear the afro, yeah?
Don't worry about that. Yeah, it was cold though. You know what I mean?
Trust me.
He was just developing his long shot technique at this point. Don't worry about that one.
He's calm. Not worried.
That being said, I do need another player in midfield. I'm going to be a nerd. I'm going to take a player that I loved him growing up. One of my favorite players ever. One of my favorite Ghanaian players ever. Played for Dortmund. Played for Schalke. Also had a little spell at Milan. Kevin Prince Boateng is going to play in my 10. He's playing behind R9 and Eto'o.
What version?
It's a fantastic question. The Schalke version. I don't really think he played for Dortmund like that too tough, to be honest with you. I just remember seeing pictures of him because I used to get his Mohican haircut. I can't lie to you. 2010 times.
That's what you showed your barber, yeah?
Yeah. Were you there in the fields in the Mohican thing in 2010, or you didn't join
still.
us? You did on the Jan thing?
No, I wanted to, but I wasn't allowed to. Straight level 1. No tick, no line, barely a shape up. We moved on.
Yeah, I definitely held on to that Mohican for a bit too long. I can't lie, but it is what it is. Mav, back to you, mate.
Question: are we using youth careers as well?
Yeah. Have to.
Yeah, but we've got to take their version that they were in their youth. So I don't know if
what if like their youth team? They played for
you can pick Harry Kane Spurs. You can pick Harry Kane Spurs. That's basically what Mav said earlier. You can do that.
Again, I said I'm going to pick players I love. And Lucio obviously spent a long time in Brazil, and he did in fact play for Sao Paulo and Palmeiras. They're both in Sao Paulo, no?
I'd assume so.
You'd assume so, isn't that the bar you ran?
No, mine was Palmeiras. Mine was
Sao
and Corinthians.
So
I'd assume Sao Paulo is in Sao Paulo, is what I'm saying.
I would assume so too. But because at this point, this is what I'm reaching for.
Oh, go for it.
So I'm going to take Sao Paulo's Lucio. This was before he hit the big time, so he must have been.
Is that the one that you did tell us the other week that had a lot of drug allegations about?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and also some shouts of racismo. But
so that's what you want in your team? No problem, guys. No problem.
That's what I want in my team. Yeah.
Fascinating. Stokes, do you want any racism in your team?
Well,
like that.
I was just thinking. I'm about to pick a guy in it. There's possibility he's racist, but I don't know if he is.
Oh my god!
Is that a bonus for you?
That's a massive negative.
Green links right there.
I had a theory about a certain footballer growing up in Portugal. Yeah, I had a look, and he played for Maritimo and Porto.
Oh my.
Okay.
God.
Which is naturally going to be not very far away. So I'm going with Pepe.
Wow.
CB, you know. So
wow. Okay.
The reach is reaching.
Wow. Maritimo.
I'm lost right here.
All right.
You know?
So you are taking 47-year-old Pepe. No problem.
I'm taking original Porto Pepe.
So I have a question because in Italy there is quite literally a rivalry / derby called Derby d'Italia.
Yeah.
So
it's not close enough, Drew. This is what I mean. It's crazy. We've killed ourselves.
There's Milan derby. There's Lazio Roma.
There's also Derby d'Italia, right?
Nice.
Which is Juventus and Inter.
No, they're not close enough. They're not close enough.
I guess I'm gonna have to stretch it. Complete my front three.
I've got a player in mind for you if you would hold that thought. He's played for Arsenal. He's played for Crystal Palace. It's not Rob Holding. It's a striker. He's Moroccan. Cold trim as well.
Got that Mohican, yeah?
Yeah, I like
no. I think I'm going to complete my front three. I'm going to have Anelka on the left, Defoe through the middle, and I'm going to have the member of the Premier League 100 club, Raheem Sterling, on the right wing. He played for QPR as a youth team player, and he's currently playing for Chelsea.
So which of those would you like to take?
I'll tell you what. That's a fair shout.
I would like to take Chelsea, Raheem Sterling, please.
Okay. I think
one that got downgraded on EAFC.
I mean, if we're going from EAFC ratings, I would have put Dembele in here. He went up by 3, bro. He played for Rennes when he was a young dude.
But slightly, if we're in the trolling thing, isn't Willian better at Chelsea than Sterling's been?
I mean, definitely 100%.
It's tough.
I mean, the career hasn't really finished. You know, we can't really make those conclusions. But at the current
so your draft is like based on what's gonna happen in a few years. Okay, fair enough. Good to know. Yours is a future prospects draft.
I mean, it's the team, bro. You want me to put William Gallas on the right wing? You better put him on your right wing. And 10, I'm just left with 2 fullbacks. This is techie, but I'm gonna try and tie in Peterborough and.
Oh my god, Peterborough is not London,
bro. Guys are telling me an hour. So I want to do Peterborough. No, let me go to Google Maps.
Come on,
from your yard as well. Don't Google from like the top or whatever.
Hear me out, yeah. It's an hour and 22 minutes by train.
But then you have to factor in, you have to wait for the train and get to the station and that as well.
These are professional footballers.
I got a fullback for you, Arsenal QPR. You don't want him?
No.
Why? Certain guys were laughing at Afro Roberto Carlos. Now they can't have their own fullback. It's tough, man. It's tough.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know.
It's looking like an Arsenal QPR thing slightly, isn't it?
It's not, bro.
Well, there's an Englishman, West Ham, Fulham. I want to say he was at... Oh, he's definitely at Charlton. It's my local. Initials is PK.
PK who?
It's
PK or PK Humble?
Gerard PK.
Oh, bro, I don't know.
You want the player? Like the left back? It's Paul Konchesky.
No, I do not want Paul Konchesky. I'm going to go for Glenn Johnson at right back. That's my second pick.
Again? It's Chelsea, Liverpool, Portsmouth.
Yeah. West Ham, Millwall.
Just had some time to think.
Yeah.
Gone rack the brain a little bit. But Dennis Irwin, who was
who was he?
Yeah, he's obviously Man United legend.
Uh-huh.
He was signed from Oldham, which is
Is it? Yeah, you knew that one, yeah.
Big local rivalry. Big local rivalry.
You know what? I like when people force their way to collect their players. So by all means,
the fullback, and there he is. So yeah, Dennis Irwin at United.
You mentioned a few clubs earlier, which brought this guy's name into my head. I rate him. A lot of Johns down the pub are gonna absolutely love this pick as well. Scotty Parker, get in my midfield.
Ooh, fair enough. I hear that. Ooh, actually, I did a TikTok on Modric recently. He played for Zhnirski Petrov initially on loan after leaving Dinamo Zagreb. I wonder how far apart they are. He went on loan there. He didn't do very well though, so I probably can't have that. I'm gonna go into the archives and take a centre back that I took a few months ago. Played 60 years ago, but he's incredible. EAFC Merchants, don't tell me otherwise. Bobby Moore. I'm taking the West Ham version. He, of course, did play for Fulham as well, but I'm taking the one that lifted.
By the way, I know Yaz is doing the graphics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to have a West Ham graphic, not the World Cup.
Yeah, that's fine.
Graphic,
That's fine.
yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
It will have the West Ham badge behind his
I know
head.
you're funny. I know you're a funny guy like that. You're gonna make him have the World Cup like
never,
this.
ever. I would never do that. My last pick, I've got a midfield slot. I've got Kevin Prince Boateng in the 10. I could maybe bring him into midfield as an attacking 8. And then, this guy is techie. I want him in my team. He's very, very techie on the ball. I used to like to watch him despite hating Chelsea. One of the best goals for England as well against Sweden. I'm taking Joe Cole. I am taking the Chelsea version. He, of course, did play for West Ham as well.
West Ham, yeah.
Mav, your last pick?
Saying that guy's name has just made me think of someone. And I'm kind of annoyed in myself that I've forgotten about him up until now because I actually like him a lot. And I need a midfielder.
I just messed up as well. Didn't you say there was like St. Etienne and Marseille was close together?
No, it ended up being National. It was just a rival.
Oh, I was going to go Saliba. I can't even lie to you.
Yeah. I am going to take another Englishman. Very underrated for a very long time. He's finally getting his flowers. Michael Carrick in my midfield. Yeah, he played for both West Ham and Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah. I'm going to go for the 2006 Tottenham Hotspurs Carrick.
Yeah, reasonable. Stokes, your last pick.
I did some research.
Okay.
All right, so we got John Arne Riise.
Okay.
Ooh.
Who played for Norwegian clubs Alsund and Rollon shortly after his Premier League career ended. So I'll take the Alsund version of John Arne Riise.
Whoa. Let me check just what age he is there. Hold on. The Alsund John Arne Riise. So he's 1980.
I don't even care about the location. I'm letting you have it.
He was 36 years old. No problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You never lose it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm letting him
really,
have
he
it
did because it's the only team that he never scored for in his life. So fair enough. GG's. Oh no, and also Rollon, who he played 2 games for. Drew, your last pick. What position do you have?
Left back. I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet, man. I can see this one, but somehow don't come third or last. It's a win to me. I'm gonna go and lock it up. Tariq Mitchell played for Brentford as a youth team player, and now he's at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You want a little Patrick Van Aanholt?
No, thank you.
No dramas. Then that is our 11. So just pattern your formations or whatever, slap it in the Discord, and then argue. All right, Mav, we'll start with you then. So why should you be winning today?
I'll be very honest with you. The attack is very, very decent. I know Adebayor gets some stick, but he was actually a serious player.
Adebayor's thing. Don't worry.
He was actually a serious player. You've got Carlos Tevez. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not really much you could say about him. You've then got Johan Cruyff, incredible player. Midfield, Scott Parker, serious CDM. Michael Carrick, very underrated when he was playing. Like I said, finally getting his flowers. What a serious player he was, in my opinion. Doesn't get talked about enough. We've got Emre Can. I mean, he's cool. He's Mr. Versatile, you know. He's probably going to have to cover for Manquillo at right back quite a lot because from memory, Manquillo liked to attack, wasn't very good at defending. A modern day fullback, shall we say, which I don't mind, because the other side, I've got someone who absolutely loves to defend in Ashley Cole. I never saw this guy put an under 7 out of 10 performance in my entire existence. So very, very solid defense. Rio Ferdinand had so much experience under his belt at this point. You know, Lucio, I don't really need to say much about him, World Cup winner. Not yet, but he was about to become one. And then we've got Courtois. I mean, the best goalkeeper here. Literally the reason that Real Madrid won the Champions League. So I'll say the team overall is very, very solid. I think what's going to kill me is recency bias, personally.
You reckon recency bias, yeah?
No. People who don't know ball are not going to vote this team.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm seeing
if you know ball,
Manquillo coming forward with QPR Rio. Rio is getting sent into retirement at half time.
Oh, the team.
He's
I
good.
Forgot. That's QPR Rio.
That's QPR Rio.
Yeah.
Half time. He's cutting, bro.
Chill. I'll get the man tack you again, you know. I'll actually get them tack you again, you know.
That's disgusting.
Relax.
Go for a drop win. He's seeing what he's doing, still. That's disgusting.
I was thinking, he's done really well here.
Wow. Just fed you to the wolves, man. That's shocking, man.
Hopefully people have the same thought in their head when they see
That's
it.
barbaric. But yeah, that midfield is absolutely getting overrun. So, you know, there's no...
Overrun? No chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
Drew, you liking his midfield there?
When you say Scott Parker's serious, how serious are we talking?
Very serious.
He means like as a personality, he's very serious. I think that's what he means.
Very serious.
I get you.
So
when he's playing, he's very locked in. He's very focused. I get you. I understand.
We're not going to down talk Scott Parker. What a player he was. Would look great in a big team. For sure.
Yeah, that's why he did so well at Chelsea, innit? Yeah, gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
When he was old and expired, by the way, just FYI.
That midfield isn't great. I'll be honest with you.
Shout
out Carrick.
Yeah.
Shout out Carrick, but yeah, man, that Scott Parker, Chan, and that pivot is not really pivoting.
I'll go to the winning team next. Why not? In goal, Petr Cech, Chelsea, nice and easy. 15 goals conceded. Courtois can never say that in his life. In fact, Courtois ran away from Chelsea because he couldn't do 15 goals. So it's worth noting. Centre backs have got Gallas and Bobby Moore. We've got pace, experience, round heads as well. You know, they win trophies. Fantastic players there. Outside of them, I've got young, energetic fullbacks. Roberto Carlos, Walker at right back. The Spurs one.
Terrible. He was terrible.
No, he wasn't. That's why he got moved to Man City. He was so terrible. Yeah, cool, man. Midfield,
terrible.
Petit and Vieira. It's a World Cup winning base he got there. Obviously, Vieira with more license to go forward. Kevin Prince Boateng. He would fit exactly where Arsenal's left 8 is going to play right now. If you guys are thinking about Arteta's team, we have Kevin Prince Boateng over there. You saw his goal against Barcelona. Woo-wee! What a chop and bang. Ghanaian excellence as well. Joko behind him. Very underrated English player. One of the few English players that can actually look Brazilian on the ball when they're playing and doing the little flicks and tricks. And up front, R9 and Eto'o. Doesn't need to be stated. Ruthless, barbaric machines in attack. So, you know, thanks for taking part, fellas. I'd like to see any critique on this squad.
I'd like to, as a manager of this team.
Okay.
How are you planning to get the ball to the strikers? Because I can't see it personally.
Do you not know who Vieira, Kevin Prince Boateng, and Joe Cole are? Or...
I know them, but
okay,
there's a bit of a lack
confusion.
of. There's no playmaking in this team.
So who are Joe Cole and Kevin Prince Boateng?
Yeah, that Joe Cole playmaker. Is that what springs to mind when you think of Joe Cole?
What do you think of when you think of Joe Cole?
Yeah, he was a silky player.
I think of a what if player. That's what I think of. What if
he was able... What if he was in my team?
What if he was able to produce the things he showed every now and then on a consistent basis? That's what I think of Joe Cole.
I'm taking 05-06 Joe Cole, the one and he scored the winning goal to win the league against Bolton. Chelsea fans, remember that, guys.
And Makeda scored a winning goal for Man United, but he's still a dead player. So
I didn't pick Makeda. I picked Joe Cole.
I know. I'm just saying your justification.
It's cool. Any further questions, Stokes, or was that your only issue?
No. I'm just thinking there's a lot of isolation in this team, but they're two good.
Isolation.
Yeah.
The link up between Petit and Vieira, who they've done that for years and years. So there's already 3 stars of chemistry or whatever between these guys? I'm kind of
3 stars of chemistry. Is that what we're already doing?
I'm looking at my team
That's what we're doing.
I'm hearing about the creativity, but I've got Kevin Prince Boateng. It's like guys forget what he was on. That's staggering, but it's okay. Have any questions about this super team here? I don't think there are any. Realistically, we can go to Drews.
Yeah, I have issues with. I mean, I stated my issues with Joe Cole. I mean, in spurts he was a decent player. But I mean, if we're down talking guys like Emre Can and Scott Parker, I think Joe Cole fits in the same area for me in terms of quality. On every now and then,
I know we got to try and get the draft here, but Joe Cole and Scott Parker.
Every now and then he's fantastic, but in reality, it wasn't consistent enough.
The way even Drew's eyes. Open like that as well.
Yeah. Well, Drew can wait for his team to come up because we'll go for his team when it comes up. Kevin Prince Boateng had more injuries than he did starts for most of his career. To be completely honest with you,
this is not about their whole career. This is about one team.
I know, and
had a fantastic injury record at Schalke.
At Schalke, it's the Schalke Kevin Prince you got, is it?
Yeah, he's beast.
Right, cool. Just checking. Kyle Walker, obviously Tottenham right back, very, 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 very suspect. Bobby Moore in today's game, could not run whatsoever. Absolutely could not run.
You haven't seen the way he receives the ball at angles as well. You don't watch the games.
He's receiving balls at angles from Kyle Walker.
Yeah. Roberto Carlos with an I don't even know if he's got the afro at that point because no one knows what he looked like because no one saw him play. We then got Gallas as well.
Corinthians fans, back me, guys.
Yeah, all right. We then got Gallas as well. Don't get me started on that absolute car crash of a footballer. Oh my
At Chelsea.
Yes,
there's no car crash there. No, he drives his car very smoothly.
I know you're going to do Ali's whole thing where he tries to say,
Gallas
scored a winning goal or whatever he said last time.
That goal versus Tottenham. I can't lie, that goal versus Tottenham.
He tried to hype that up on a draft once before. I've heard all of this nonsense about
Gallas. on a real, Gallas at Chelsea, you can't laugh at that.
True say though. For me, Czech is hard. I can't talk down to him, and obviously I'm not going to try and talk down R9 and Neto, but the rest of the team. Balance is an issue in my opinion. Guy said I had an issue with turning the ball over and stuff, so I think you do too personally. But
I have zero issues with turning the ball over, not even one. But fair enough.
Okay.
Any last questions before we go to your team? Or are you happy with this team? I think you're happy with it, so we can go to your team if you like.
Okay, I'll go on to my team. David Seaman in goal, English legend. I don't see Ronaldinho in anybody's team, so we don't have to worry about anyone telling me about him getting caught out from long range from a free kick. But ample experience, first division titles under his name. We go over to the fullbacks. Now, I'll be honest with you, I feel like this might be one of my weakest areas. However, I will say that Glenn Johnson, ample experience. Tariq Mitchell does have some consistency issues, but he does have a final ball. He can get assists, and I do have a ruthless finisher inside the box. I'll go to the centre back, Sol Campbell, invincible, scored in the Champions League final, pace, strength, reading of the game. Not really the greatest ball playing defender. He is a no nonsense centre back, but we do have David Luiz. who's a ball playing defender. A bit of flair, but a bit of balance to help out the defensive cohesion there. I think David Luiz will be distributing play, so we can play out from the back, but we can also play out long, but we can also defend balls over the top. Midfield three, I think this might be the strongest part of my team. We have Seedorf, we have Pirlo, and we have Fabregas playing just ahead of them. There's no questions about creativity. We can get the short passes going. We have the manpower to carry the ball with our feet forwards with Seedorf. We do also have the calmness in possession, the press-proven passer of Pirlo reading the game. He's already 5 steps ahead of everybody else. And they're going to be freeing up our pacey wingers. We've got Anelka, Chelsea. Need I say more? Fantastic player.
Anelka on the wing is fascinating, by the way. But
you could say he's a striker, but he has played on the wing in his career. I'm not going to bring out.
We will say he's a striker because he is a striker.
You could say, but obviously with tactical input and how this team is going to work, I think he's going to fit well with the team. Freeing up Jermaine Defoe, who is as ruthless as everybody else when it comes to pure out and out finishing inside the box. You can argue with that if you want. And that's the team, really.
My questions are, I think I can happily say that 3 of these players were selected without Google. I think Drew used Google the most out of anybody here, if I'm being completely honest. However, that all aside, I would like to say I don't think there's like if he went at my midfield for balance. I don't see a single midfielder in there that really wants to get down and dirty and win the ball back. If I'm being honest, the closest is Seedorf, and realistically he can do it, but I don't really want him there. Pirlo again.
You'd rather have Scott Parker there, yeah?
As a defender, yes, 100%. I'm not talking player for player, but we're not going to act like Seedorf is a better CDM than Scott Parker. Let's not do that. We can talk names all we want.
Wildest things I've ever heard.
CDM.
No,
he's playing central midfield.
That's nice.
My question is, I've got Seedorf in central midfield. You have Scott Parker in CDM. If you could have Seedorf in central midfield instead of Scott Parker and CDM, would you do that?
You are the best at arguing, because my whole point is you don't have a CDM, and your point is I'm not playing him CDM. That's my point. You don't have one. And anyway, let me continue because you try. No, Drew.
You're telling me about my midfield balance. I don't need a CDM. Anyway. I don't want a CDM. That's not my. That's not my formation.
So now we're just ignoring football. He doesn't need someone to help him defend. They can all just run forward and attack. Fine, no problem.
I mean,
we got Nicholas Anelka.
That happens when you don't have a CDM in your team.
We've got Nicholas Anelka out wide. That's not his bag. He absolutely is not about that. You can't do that. Jermaine Defoe, there were lots of questions around him whether he could do it without a tall man next to him. I don't see a Peter Crouch here, so he might be in a bit of trouble.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't see Pavlyuchenko either, so he's in big trouble here. We got Sterling, that's Chelsea Sterling. Glenn Johnson, the fact that you went for his Chelsea version is remarkable to me, because that's definitely not where he was best. David Luiz, I mean, actually, you do have a CDM. David Luiz would actually probably be better in CDM for you, to be honest. Sol Campbell, fantastic. Not going to talk about him. David Seaman had his questions. If he didn't have the team in front of him, we might be having a very different narrative about Seaman, because we saw it when he played for England. And Tarek Mitchell, I mean, I don't need to tear him apart. Everyone can do that for themselves. So there you go. That's mine done.
I have my own rebuttal. Like, I feel like we just kind of skipped over the fact that you said you'd rather have Scott Parker as a DM than Seedorf. I don't think we can let that one slide. Like, can we just retract that before our pod gets taken off the internet?
To add to that little rebuttal
yes, we can.
Add to that rebuttal, Emmanuel. I'm playing Seedorf in central midfield.
We're not going to do that nonsense.
I would also rather have Seedorf in CDM, even though I don't have him in CDM.
Of course you would. Of course you would, because he's in your team.
Now,
of course you would.
My question to you, and my question to Stokes, and my question to Emmanuel is: would you guys rather have Scott Parker in your CDM than Clarence Seedorf?
No.
Is this a real question?
It's a real question for you, Stokes.
No.
I mean, of course, Clarence. But...
Okay, thank you. Next question. He's telling me about my midfield balance. You've got Michael Carrick in the advanced central midfield. What
Carrick
support is he going
to...
Yeah, so you're telling me about my defensive lapse with no CDM. You lose that ball out wide, or I'm carrying the ball down the right-hand side.
Yeah.
I'm advancing. Pirlo's got the ball. Is Carrick going to come out to me? If he comes out to me, I'll play the ball to Sterling. Then Ashley Cole's
Why are you arguing patterns of play now? What we do? We're at the point where you're talking about patterns of play. We are not playing the AFC right now.
I'm trying to get technological because I know you can understand the technological level. Because the fact that you tried to tell me Scott Parker over Seedorf on a basic level is still spinning me. So I wanted to go and feed into your strengths, which is technical
like
analysis.
I said, this is we're talking on a space where people absolutely roasted me for putting Jude Bellingham CDM. I'd rather Jude Bellingham CDM than a lot of people. But apparently that argument didn't act then, and it's not going to act now. So I wouldn't rather Seedorf.
Would you rather have Jude Bellingham CDM than Clarence Seedorf?
Please be serious. Come on. Just say no.
Would I? Right now, no. But I don't have Jude Bellingham in my team, do I? I have an out-and-out CDM in Scott Parker. Thank you very much. So yes, I would rather an out-and-out CDM.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes,
well, I don't have a CDM. I have two central midfielders.
You don't. Yeah.
And I have a cam. But you have two central midfielders.
I have 3 central midfielders. 2 central midfielders and a CDM. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so would you rather have Seedorf or Carrick? Would you rather have Seedorf or Emre Can? Let me know.
Yeah, I can't lie.
I don't. Of course. We're comparing centre mid versus centre mid. Yes, I would rather say that.
Why, when we're comparing centre mid versus centre mid, it's fine, but you want to compare?
Because you're in a different formation to me, so I'm comparing the differences. You can't compare player for player because you're playing a different formation. That's great. That's great.
I have an issue personally, aside from the midfield. You were talking about how the fullbacks might be the weakest part or whatever, but at least you have like a lot of experience in Glenn Johnson. Chelsea Glenn Johnson was 19 years old, so I just thought I'd put that one out there. That's not a lot of experience whatsoever. That was his early days. So
and his worst version,
yeah, and he's now got Chelsea Sterling. You're better off picking Sean Wright Phillips, who was at Chelsea and QPR, to go on the right wing, or even Willian. Like, to be honest with you, I can't even lie. I'd have gone Aubameyang even. I'd go Aubameyang on the wing.
Because I could lock that statement in right there, because we can't really talk on Raheem Sterling's whole footballing career because he's still playing. You can't come and tell me that a Premier League 100 club right winger such as Raheem Sterling, just because he's had a poor start in a poor team, isn't better than Sean Wright Phillips at the right wing. If this was 2 years ago when he was at Man City still, and I said
he's not.
But he's not.
But this is a Sterling that has experienced, that has already got Premier League 100
and he's
Premier
dead.
goals.
And he's bad.
And he's dead.
You lot think Sterling's dead?
Yeah, right now, yes.
You lot genuinely think Raheem Sterling is poor?
He's bad. He's bad.
You think he's bad? Okay, cool. No problem. If that's what you genuinely think after watching him play,
he's been pretty good this season.
He was good for like 2 games. After Luton, he fell off again. They said he's back.
So for 2 games. So we're comparing a player for 2 games. Raheem Sterling through the dates, whatever those 2 games were. Yeah, is that what we're doing?
Only away Luton.
My camera gave up with it. Look, my camera's had enough.
I don't know, man. If that's the case, I don't ever want to see another Chelsea player in any of these drafts.
No, I can't lie.
Trust me, we avoid them at all costs.
You could have picked
Aubameyang at all costs.
You could have picked Aubameyang
individually, and I genuinely don't believe that Sterling has been too bad.
He's dead for the last one. But anyway, listen, that's your team. We'll get to Stokes as the last team here. Chat to us, pal.
Okay. Well, I don't know why there's laughter already.
Agree. That's disrespectful.
We've got one of the best goalkeepers of all time. Mm-hmm. Fantastic keeper.
Yep.
We've got Dennis Irwin. He's a versatile Irish, very experienced.
Yeah, luck of the Irish. Yeah.
He can take penalties if need be. Yep. Obviously, we know all about Pepe.
You skipped a player, bro.
No, I'll get to him. Okay. Obviously, in this team, he's got a lot of work to do because his partner is Rob Holding. Now, obviously, given the right environment to thrive, Rob Holding could potentially.
He's taking the 1 game versus Chelsea, the same way Drew's taking 1 game versus Luton.
Sometimes he came on late and he shored up the defense. Like, he could do that for me as well, but I don't know. We'll see. John Adurisa, very intelligent, veteran of the game. Wonder of a left foot, some would say, and then obviously that's the weakest part of the team. We move forward there.
So, sorry to stop you. Sorry, I'm so sorry to stop you. But you said some would say wonder of a left foot. When he was at Alisson, who said he had a wonder?
No one said that because he didn't score a single goal. So
who said that?
I wonder who said that.
I mean, the Norwegian press were constantly talking about it. Yeah.
Pull up the article.
Go on. One of the greatest left backs in the Premier League, I'd say.
Sorry, I won't cut you off till you finish. Sorry.
Yeah, in the Premier League, he's not in there anymore.
Sorry.
No, unfortunately, he's a little bit older.
Yeah,
just like Roberto Carlos. He's still got it. Declan Rice, obviously, fantastic footballer. I'm very heavy on Declan Rice. Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Big anchor for that defense. Obviously, they need a lot of help, and he should provide it. Lampard, I want him in a bit of a deeper role here, but obviously he's got a lot of intangibles. A very good arriving late. Although I don't think I'll need it because I've got a wonderful playmaker, Ballon d'Or winner Roberto Baggio, Ballon d'Or winner Michael Owen. I've got Zlatan. Don't need to speak about Zlatan. And Ian Wright is ruthless as well. And I think the good thing about this attack is they're not all just out and out strikers. I feel like they can run into the channel.
Don't try and add that part because we know
don't try that.
Like, you
don't
cannot
try
get
that.
as pure a 9 as Ian Wright. That is literally as 9 as 9 goes. So
yeah, I feel like Michael Owen could definitely run into channels.
No.
You don't think he's good in?
No.
Good at like run into channels.
You've got 3 out and out number 9s out front.
I think I agree with Zlatan and Wright, but Owen was a runner. Owen could do a job.
So Owen was quick, so he can go on the wing. That is the most EAFC thing I've ever heard in my life. That is genuinely that is genuinely it. That is it.
Take out 5-1 against Germany, for example. Like I want that kind of performance.
Oh, but when I said Heskey, you might were laughing because of the Germany 5-1. That's interesting. It's interesting. Cool.
Listen, there's a bit of a balance problem. I understand.
A bit.
There's goals.
The scale is.
Drew, do you have your questions now for him?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll
just one question, Stokes. Looking at your front 3, what do you think about Nicholas Anelka on the left wing? What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like that's a fantastic choice.
Thank you. That's all for me. Anyone else have questions?
No.
I think I'm losing. However, I think you are going to run me very close. You're lucky you've got 2 guys that might start waffling here and help you, but you are asking Declan Rice to man the midfield on his own.
Listen,
I knew you've picked the right crowd to get you out of this situation. Say he can do that. We've seen him do that this season. But Roberto Baggio and Lampard are going to leave this guy as high and dry as is ever going to come. And Rice is good, but he's not that good. And then that defense. Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
Let's have some respect, guys. Come on. Come on. No need for this. Come on.
Rob Holding is literally one of the reasons Arsenal fans are so salty because he genuinely came in for Saliba, a brand new player to the league, and he flopped it. Dennis Irwin, again, he's gonna need a serious inhaler pump to keep himself because he's gonna have to do a lot here, boy. Flipping heck. And Peter Schmeichel's gonna be very busy. We're gonna be seeing him do this a lot again because flipping heck. So yeah,
if this is not the worst team, I've said it before. I'm saying it again. The people them that are picking this don't shout me for trust, bro. Don't shout me. Man said Porto Pepe, John Reason from Arsenal, Holding, and Dennis Irwin from what year? Was it the 60s, 70s, or 80s? Or was it?
He was early 2000s, I think.
Oh, no, late 90s.
Late
90s. Yeah, late 90s.
Yeah, man, trust me. So I know you rate my left winger Anelka, not because of your front 3, but because you know what he's going to do to Dennis Irwin, bro.
I'll be honest. Me and our teams play, you don't score a goal. I've seen that front 3. Like, you got Sterling, Anelka on the wing, and Defoe again. Holding takes on Defoe, I'll be honest. So it's a midfield battle.
I can't. I'd love to back it. I would.
It's a midfield battle.
I can't. Did he say it's a midfield battle? On what grounds?
Lie?
On what grounds? Honestly, wow. I know guys are rating Rice. Look, and yes, he's a great player, but Seedorf will put him in a spliff. Oh my god, we're talking about putting like Scott Parker's getting done. So is Declan. I can't lie.
I think we can all agree that me and Drew's team would draw 0-0.
I don't see it.
Wait, who's scoring a goal? I'm just curious.
I'll tell you what.
Sol Campbell can score a goal from a set piece. Seedorf can slap it off. Anelka can cut it off the left and wrap it. Defoe can get a little 2-touch finish inside the box. Sterling can get a goal at the back post. David Luiz can score a long goal. Pirlo can score a free kick. Fabregas.
The same applies for Roberto Baggio because he can slap one off. Zlatan can slap one off. Ian Wright can slap one. I just at some point we got to stop talking individuals and talk as a team because, as we know, it's a team sport. And I think this is struggling differently.
I look forward to seeing what the votes look like. It's going to be fascinating. Right now, you're going to be seeing on the side there. You're going to see the votes coming one by one. Hopefully, there's not that much carnage. There should be an obvious.
I'm already shaking my head because you see the explanation some of you guys come with in these messages, in these DMs. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself.
Yeah, some people got to get banned from voting.
I'm foreshadowing it.
But yeah, hopefully you might have enjoyed it. Make sure you have liked the video, of course. Likes make the world go round. So the more, the merrier. Of course, subscribe. Leave your comments of like your 5th place teams that you selected without our choices used or whatever. So I didn't want to speak about Arsenal Tottenham because it hurt my heart. So I thought, let's do a draft instead. But yeah, have a wonderful weekend in a bit. Bosh.